Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Latent Gamer. Today we are going to look at 5 tips to solo any and every level 80 and 90 dungeons. This video is mainly for new players about to get into Adventure Rank 40 and 45, so even if you are a seasoned veteran and would like to add something that I missed or not explained correctly, please leave us a comment down below. I would really appreciate that. This video will also be a 3-part series. The first one will be about general preparation and the mindset to farm these dungeons, while the other 2 will be going over all level 80 and 90 artifact dungeons and domains. So don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to always be notified as soon as new videos go live. So the first tip I can give you for Adventure Rank 40 and up is to make sure you have a healer, and this tip is not just for dungeons/domains. At this Adventure Rank/World level, you face tougher monsters constantly when farming, and your characters also have a larger health. So having a healer does eliminate the constant cooking or traveling to statues to get that rather limited refill. You also last longer in higher level dungeons, which over time will feel easier and easier as you get used to it. Everyone has access to a healer, so now is the best time to build those Jeans, Chi-Chis, Dionas, and for my fellow free-to-play players, those Barbaras. She's not the ideal character we want in some dungeons like the icy ones, but you will definitely get more value out of her than not. The second tip is to simply test the dungeon. So whether you're going to the Hidden Palace of Zoe or the Valley of Remembrance, you need to understand how each dungeon works so you know what to focus and which enemy to get rid of first. In these higher tier dungeons, small mistakes can throw off your game plan and your timing, and this can easily cause your defeat. So as a player approaching a level 80 dungeon for the first time, the first thing you need to do is check what the criteria are, learn which element benefits you the most, and learn which element can get you killed. It's not that you can't use that particular element, it's just that you have to play it more cautiously, which I'll explain in future videos. In these dungeons, you also get traps activated, which can be annoying. These are activated by a particular monster which has a bright outline under them. Sometimes it's just one monster, and other times different monsters will spawn with an outline, so look out for them and get rid of them first to make your playthrough easier. The third tip should be the easiest part for you guys, and this is simply to build your team. I know most of you guys spent most of your time in your AR-30s building your main DPS, so if you have a healer, that's 2. But what I realized when I started farming these dungeons in my earlier days is that not all of your characters need to be strong or maxed out. So assemble your team, know their advantages and disadvantages. Anemo is the most versatile element in the game, so if your characters aren't doing insane DPS or you don't have godlike 5-star characters, just use a character with the element the monsters are weakest to and just continuously apply that element and use Swirl to debuff them. The Traveler is one of the most underrated characters in the game, but the Traveler is one of those level 5 god tier characters, so you have absolutely no excuse to not farm these dungeons immediately. In the second tip, I told you to test the dungeon. This was also to test your damage output. Are you doing enough damage or no? Was your current team good enough or no? So the fourth tip is to test your new team in this dungeon. See what the damage is like. Are you comfortable with each character? So your main goal here is simply to get comfortable with this team and develop a high level of synergy. The fifth and final tip is to adjust these characters. Yes, they work well with each other and can more than likely do the job. It does feel like you can beat it, but because these dungeons are usually timed, you need to beat them as fast as possible to save time when farming. You don't need to level these characters to 80 or anything. You can go to probably 40 or 50, which is the sweet spot, and give them high level artifacts if you have any. Also, by simply adjusting their talents to level 3 or 4 would definitely show a difference in the time on your runs. The last thing to note, or a bonus tip if you may, is that with the patch 1.1 update, the new condensed resin will be a lifesaver for you guys. Get a few of these to get double the rewards on each run. You can hold 3 at a time, so you can forge them as long as you have resin. That will be all for this video. Thank you all for stopping by. Don't forget to give this video a like because it really helps. Subscribe and ring that bell to always be notified. I'll see you guys in the next one.